Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are tackling a powerful emotion that many of us struggle with: anger. It can arise unexpectedly, and if not managed, can lead to regrettable actions. But what if I told you that Stoicism, the ancient philosophy that teaches us emotional control, has practical tools to help us deal with anger in a healthy and constructive way? We're going to dive into how Stoics approach anger, how they understand it, how they deal with it, and how we can apply these techniques in our daily lives. Whether it's road rage, frustration at work, or anger in relationships, Stoicism offers valuable lessons that can help us stay calm and composed in even the most challenging situations. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on content like this. And if you've ever struggled with anger, I'd love to hear how you cope. Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. Now, let's dive into how Stoics deal with anger. How Stoics deal with anger. Stoicism, recognizing anger as an emotion, not a necessity. The first step in Stoicism is acknowledging that anger is a natural emotion, but it's not a necessary or justified one in every situation. Stoics believe that emotions like anger are often a reaction to things outside our control. While we can't always control how we feel, we can control how we respond. Instead of letting anger take over, Stoics practice recognizing it without judgment, accepting it, and choosing not to act on it impulsively. Understanding the root cause of anger, Stoics encourage us to look deeper and ask, why am I angry? Anger often stems from unmet expectations, perceived injustices, or a sense of losing control. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius suggest we examine the underlying cause of our anger and recognize that the external event or person triggering it is not the true cause our reaction is. This insight helps us take ownership of our emotions and understand that we have the power to choose a different response. The dichotomy of control. A key Stoic principle is understanding what is within our control and what is not. Anger often arises when we feel that something outside our control is threatening our peace. The Stoics teach us that we cannot control the actions of others or external events, but we can control how we choose to respond to them. By focusing on what's within our control and letting go of what isn't, we reduce the power anger has over us. Choosing a rational response over impulsive reaction. Stoicism values reason over impulse. When we feel anger rising, the Stoics suggest taking a moment to pause and reflect before reacting. This pause gives us the opportunity to respond rationally, rather than acting out of rage or frustration. By practicing this restraint, we can avoid making decisions in the heat of the moment that we might later regret. A Stoic approach encourages us to respond thoughtfully, considering the bigger picture. Practicing empathy and perspective taking. Another Stoic practice is the idea of seeing the world from different perspectives. When someone makes us angry, the Stoics remind us that we do not know their full situation. Maybe they are struggling or acting out of ignorance. By practicing empathy, we can recognize that the person or situation triggering our anger might not be as personal as we think. This shift in perspective can help us respond with more understanding and less anger. Self-control and the importance of reflection. The Stoics place a strong emphasis on self-discipline and the importance of reflection in emotional regulation. After experiencing anger, Stoics recommend taking time to reflect on the event that triggered it. How could we have responded differently? What can we learn from this experience? By practicing reflection, we grow stronger in managing our emotions and can reduce the chances of anger taking over in the future. Remembering the transience of life and situations, Stoicism teaches us to keep the impermanence of life in mind. Everything is temporary, including the situation that is making us angry. When we realize that the trigger for our anger won't last forever, it becomes easier to let go of the intense emotions. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on how insignificant most events are in the grand scheme of life. This perspective helps us see that holding on to anger doesn't serve us, and it's often a waste of energy. Forgiveness and letting go of grudges. Forgiveness is an important part of Stoic philosophy, especially when dealing with anger. Holding on to grudges only keeps us tied to negative emotions, while letting go of resentment frees us. Stoics believe in not letting past wrongs dominate our peace of mind. They encourage us to forgive, not for the benefit of others, but for our own peace. By releasing anger and resentment, we maintain our inner calm. The power of perspective and the view from above. One powerful Stoic visualization technique to overcome anger is the view from above. This exercise involves imagining yourself looking down on the situation from a higher vantage point, seeing it as part of a larger picture. This perspective helps us put things into context and realize that what's making us angry is often small in comparison to the bigger aspects of life. Using anger as a source of self-mastery. Finally, Stoics believe that overcoming anger is an essential part of personal growth. Every time we resist the urge to react with anger, we become more in control of our emotions and more virtuous. In this way, anger becomes a tool for strengthening our character. The Stoics viewed the ability to master emotions like anger as a sign of wisdom and self-discipline. So, how do you handle anger in your own life? Do you use any of these Stoic techniques to manage it, or have you found other strategies that work for you? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you deal with anger and whether Stoic philosophy has helped you in your journey to emotional control. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.